Ding dong ditch. Now, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all was going to happen? I warned you. I said it. I said it. I warned you. I told you that this was going to happen. I predicted it. I almost want to go and pull up my old video that I said something about it. I said it. I said it. I said it. And I told you that it was going to happen. I said pretty soon somebody going to get somebody going to die. Pretty soon somebody is going to catch an L. I said it. And guess what? Now they are arresting a homeowner because an 11-year-old boy was killed after playing ding dong ditch in East Houston. I said that this was going to happen.
With an 11-year-old boy who has died after being shot while ding-dong ditching a neighbor's home in Houston's east side. The shooting happened near the intersection of Mimboro and Fidelity Streets just before 11 last night. The victim found about a block away. Police have since questioned a person in connection with that shooting, but no arrests have been made. KPRC2's Jaewon Jung has been out at the scene all day. She joins us now live with the latest. Jaewon.
Bill, good evening to you. Nearly 24 hours since the shooting took place, investigators are still on scene collecting evidence. This was a tragic situation of a doorbell prank gone wrong. Police telling us this was an isolated incident, but they now have a warning to parents.
It's just so heartbreaking and sad.
George Skinner lives just 2 houses down the street, where Houston police say a middle-aged man opened fire on a group of kids ding-dong ditching late Saturday night. An 11-year-old boy was shot in the back and died Sunday afternoon.
And there's no way you can mistake that kid for somebody grown, and that's what hurts so bad.
This isn't the first time a ding-dong ditch prank has turned violent. Last month, a similar case happened in Fort Worth and in Frisco, where police there say 3 teenage boys nearly lost their lives.
They may seem like harmless pranks, but they can be very dangerous indeed.
I spoke with Sergeant Betsy Smith. She's a retired law enforcement officer who is now the spokesperson for the National Police Association.
We have had recent trends like this ding dong ditch, which has been happening for 50, 60 years. There's also been various TikTok challenges.
TikTok challenges like the door kick challenge caught by a Katy homeowner last month. While it's unclear if social media had anything to do with this case, Houston police has a message to parents.
We've heard about pranks like this before.
Yes. I want to start out by saying Houston's a safe community, and it's sad that we're here today dealing with it now. But to answer your question, as a parent, keep a close eye on your kids.
A sad ending to a prank indeed. Police don't believe this was a case of self-defense, and a witness reported that a handgun was used in this shooting. Now, a few hours ago, I did also see investigators recovering several firearms from this house.
Listen. This is not as innocent as y'all think that it is. When the culture changes, people make adjustments. And so the thing that I told people is you're going to have to make sure that you look after your kids, because it is your responsibility to keep your kids safe. If your kids are running through the neighborhood late at night on a Saturday night, kicking people's doors, I told you that this was going to happen. And if they keep following these TikTok pranks, they're going to end up on the milk box. People are not messing around, because in these pranks, people been kicking people's doors down. People been kicking people's doors down. They kick the doors super hard and then they run. See, ding dong ditch used to be different back in our day. Ding dong ditch, first of all, wasn't played late at night because you can't be walking up to nobody's door late at night. That just never flew. All right. The second thing is, it would either ring the doorbell or you would knock on the door and run. And usually when you played the prank, it was in the same block that you was from, so everybody knew in the neighborhood. They running around terrorizing neighborhoods. They kicking in doors. They not just ringing the doorbell and running. They not in the hotel ringing the doorbell and running. They not doing that no more. They kicking whole doors down, and people are aware. So when somebody is doing something that they not supposed to do, bro, I'm not telling you that it's right, but what is an 11-year-old doing out around 12 o'clock at night on a Saturday night? What is y'all talking about? 11? My daughter can't be out at 11 o'clock, and she a senior in high school with a driver's license in a car or a truck. An 11-year-old out almost at 12 o'clock at night. Bro, I'm not even out at 12 o'clock at night. Very rarely do you ever see me out past 12 o'clock. That's one of the reasons why I love live streaming, is because it keeps me in the house and I be chilling with my friends on the internet, talking crap about stuff that's on the internet. What is your kid at 11 years old doing out at 12 o'clock at night? I would love to hear some of these parents give an explanation as to why their kid is out at almost 12 o'clock at night. Because it's easy to say, oh man, he shouldn't have just been shooting. When you getting your door kicked in at 12 o'clock at night and everybody that's in your house is in the house, what do you think is going to happen?
New details about a child's game of ding-dong ditch ending in tragedy. Houston police say an 11-year-old boy was shot and killed Saturday night while running from a home on Mimbro Street in East Houston.
He died Sunday afternoon, and the man who fired the shots has not been arrested. Orko Manna has the latest on the investigation, what neighbors are saying.
Homicide detectives tell me the 11-year-old boy shot and killed after doing a doorbell prank at this home was visiting.
I like to interact with the chat. I'm going to go ahead and get some visibility to people that got a profile picture. 4/5, who is a regular hater. I'm not even going to say hater. He always says the exact opposite of whatever it is that I say. If I say, hey, be a nice person, he said, what are you going to talk about? I was always mean. He says, I stay outside late night at 11 years old. What the F are you talking about? That's because you ghetto and you a hood. You ghetto. You're ghetto. Yeah, we're taming our rhetoric because I want to make sure that the churches and the daycares is all cool. People that got me up on a lunch break screen, y'all got me. That's because you a hood booger. Because your parents didn't like you. Your parents didn't like you. They didn't see you as a person that they needed to protect from the world, and so they let you be out in the streets being raggedy. That's why you throwing up gang signs on your profile picture as an adult. That's why you a 40-plus-year-old man putting up hand signals on your profile picture. Your parents didn't like you. That's why. That's why you were 11 years old, because the rest of us, we couldn't just do whatever we wanted to do. We had to sneak out and do it. We would get in trouble. We would get a whooping if we got caught doing stuff. You a hood booger. That's it. You ghetto. Ghetto. Never be allowed in certain spaces. You can never join a country club. You're never allowed to be in the gated communities. They're going to call the police when they see you. And the chances are, your rims is too big for your car and it's rubbing the wheel wells. That's why. So now you got an explanation. I'll continue to interact with the chat because the chat is my co-host for the show.
Family for a birthday party about a block away. Tonight, neighbors call this a tragedy, but also a wake-up call. People are heard yelling in this surveillance footage from near Racine and Fidelity Streets in East Houston just before 11 p.m. Saturday. About 25 minutes later, video shows a Houston police car driving by. Shortly before, a block away, investigators say a group of kids ding-dong ditched this home on Mimbro Street, a prank where they rang the doorbell and ran off. The suspect, described as a middle-aged man, allegedly came outside, chased the kids, and shot the
4/5, as expected, responded, and he says, you want to be white so bad. When did your parents caring about you have to become a white thing? Is that a white thing? You see what hood boogers talk like? They think that you speaking proper English, Because I never mentioned race. I never mentioned none of that, right? They think that because your parents care about you, that you're white, that you want to be white. You see how black people are obsessed with white people? You see how we pedestalize white people and we believe that just because your parents cared about you, that means that you want to be white so bad? Do y'all understand? Now do y'all understand what I'm saying? Now you see why it's so difficult to deal with people from the hood, because you want to be white so bad. And then they still be talking. You want to be white so bad, it's sad. So tell me what being black means. Does it mean being or having arrested development and not being able to actually be an adult? See, what y'all got to understand, and this is the reasons, this is the type of person that my dog was arguing with about me. You know what I'm saying? My dog, Big Homie. Big Homie, you were arguing with a person like this. Y'all got to understand, it's some people that just got to be left behind, bro. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. Why would I try to prove myself to a 45-year-old man that still suck in his teens? This guy, I guarantee you, he thinks that his best years was in his teens. And these are the type, that's a black version of Al Bundy. Their best years are behind them. That's why they talk the way that they talk. Boy, when I was 11, boy, when I was 12, boy, they don't have nothing else to look forward to. They don't have nothing else to look forward to. They never grew out of their childhood years. And so as a result, this is the way that they are. We all did stuff when we was younger, but we don't champion it. We don't think that it's cool. Why is somebody still telling me that he was out in the streets at 11 years old to where his parents didn't care for him? Is that cool to you? He's the black bro. We got so many Al Bundys out here in the streets. Boy, you know what I was like in high school? Hey, you 40. That was 22 years ago. What are you talking about? You stopped growing in high school? Yep. Man, in high school, we used to do that. But you broke right now, though. And you still throwing up gang signs. You didn't grow up out of gang signs? You didn't grow out of gang signs? You still throwing up? You didn't know where? Got my hat to the back. I'm cool. You want to be white because you know how to speak properly and you know how to help your daughter with her homework. Y'all got to start shaming these ignorant dummies. Call them. You got to say just that. You're a dummy. You're stupid. You're a dummy. Put down your Obama phone. Stop talking about what it means to be white. I don't know anybody that wants to be white. We all in this together trying to figure it out.
"11-year-old boy in the back. He died in the hospital Sunday afternoon.
My
job,
heart
Megan.
and my prayers go out to the family.
This neighbor, who didn't want to show his face, says he lives near the boy's family and that they hold gatherings with kids often, but no one's ever bothered him. Ding-dong ditching, is this something that you've noticed happening in this neighborhood?
Kids are just being kids. I feel like we've all played these, ding-dong ditch.
So they knew that they were doing something, wrong.
But this neighbor says she warned the same kids earlier in the day Saturday.
As this happened on my street about 4 p.m., my neighbor's door got a knock, and then I caught them before they could knock on my door.
Her thoughts on the shooter's actions?
So the community warned them. She told them. She said, listen, stop. Stop. Don't do it. Chill out. Relax. Y'all got to stop doing this. One of y'all going to get hurt. She said that she stopped them and she tried to warn them and they still was out here in the streets.
Maybe they thought they were under duress.
Texas law follows the castle doctrine, which allows homeowners to stand their ground against threats using deadly force. But KHOU 11 legal analyst Carmen Rowe tells me, quote, "From what we know, it is difficult to imagine a homeowner reasonably believing children playing a centuries-old prank posed a legitimate threat."
I kind of hold both of them accountable.
This neighbor saying the suspect and the boy's parents should have known better.
It's an innocent life taken that he could have avoided. The parents could avoid, but you got to teach them and let them know what's right and what's wrong. And it's wrong to knock on somebody's door playing a prank.
Houston police say they're interviewing several witnesses and they're still looking for more surveillance footage from this neighborhood. Reporting from East Houston, Orko Manna, KHOU.
It's unfortunate because now we got an 11-year-old dead, but I mean, what do? Parents got to be responsible for their children. The other adults in the neighborhood warned them. I don't really know how to feel about that. I just know one thing. You better be careful because everybody not playing the same game that you're playing.